Hello, welcome again to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. This is it then, round 8 of our Super Touring Car Championship from League 3. The final round of this championship. What a championship it's been as well. We've headed to France, so travelled north-east about 550 miles from Barcelona circuit here to Alsace circuit. This is the village layout, and it's on the reverse layout, so it's a pretty good one, this one. I quite like this personally myself. Let's just take you through the points going into this one before we start race 1. So leading it, and we pretty much secured the championship anyway, is Brisbane on 358, followed by Bailey in second on 301, Aaron in third on 280. So Bailey's just crept a little bit ahead of Aaron there in the second place after that dominant display in Barcelona. Fourth, we've got Phil Mack on 267. Fifth is Aussie on 214, and then closely followed by Slowpoke in sixth. So there's your top 6. I'll obviously at the end of this round, I'll give you the final results in the championship. But let's take you pretty quick then and take you on to this race 1. So here we go. We have Aaron in pole position. We have Brisbane in second, Phil Mack in third, Bailey in fourth, Aussie fifth, Woody sixth, Smoky Tom in seventh, Slowpoke eighth, Posse in ninth, Stealth in 10th, Sideways in 11th, Graham in 12th, Vex in 13th, Biggie 14th, Firepower 15th, and Max in 16th. So another fantastic full grid from the League 3 boys. Here we go then. Watch those lights. Oh, that's a real big long hold, that one. But they get away nicely. Early in the morning here. A little bit of dampness on that track. But it's softs all the way. It's not that damp as Brisbane has a look up the inside of Aaron. Oh, a little nudge, but nothing there bad. Oh, and there's something going on there between Stealth and Vex. Coming together there, I think. Stealth slowed down, let Vex go, and Graham as well. So 2 or 3 cars involved there. Stealth at the back looks like, well, a bit of 1.5 dozen of another there. Sideways is back for this round as well. He's in 14th. So a little bit going on at the back there in turn 1. Always a bit of a tricky turn, that one, as Brisbane has a moment on the exit. Phil Mack with his new livery here in third place in the Ferrari, closely followed by Bailey. Aaron in second. So it's not what I wanted to see. Brisbane leading the way, but certainly what Aaron wanted, being that Bailey's just crept away a little bit in the second place. So as long as he can keep Bailey behind him, it's going to be a terrific finish to the championship if he can get more points than Bailey. But the trouble is, he needs Bailey really not to finish at all, which is pretty hard to do on the game. So, Brisbane in first and Aaron as they come round his right hand in second. Bailey up the inside of Phil now. It's a great track, a lot of fast flowing corners. A couple of hairpins thrown in there as well. A tight chicane. And a lot of cambered corners as well. So everything going on this one. And what a final round to have. What a track to have. Bailey then has got past Phil up to third place. Is going to try and chase down leaders Brisbane and Aaron. They hit that final corner now, that left-hander, to come across the line to start lap 2. Aaron looks like he's trying to stick with Brisbane, doesn't it? And he's not letting him get that far away at the moment. So Aussie 5th, let's go through this field. Smoky 6th, Slowpoke in 7th, Woody 8th, Potsy 9th. Then Biggie in 10th, he'll get back then to Firepower's in 11th place, ahead of Vex in 12th, Sideways in 13th. We come and see him coming under the Alsace village bridge. Well, it's not really a bridge, is it? People can't walk over it, but you know what I mean. Stealth in 14th. He's trying to play a bit of catch up now after whatever it was at the back there with Max in 15th. And Graham in 16th, so the stragglers at the back there after letting everybody go through. Brisbane Citroen still a leader, followed closely by Aaron, getting used to this kind of scenario, aren't we? But look at this for a battle. Oh, Phil goes really wide there, trying to get up the outside, I think, of Bailey there, but just overrun it on the brakes. Should get back onto the back of that Citroen in that Ferrari. A couple of corners as well where you can just knock that car with that camber I was talking to you about, can send the car, if you get too much of the inside curb, you've got to be a bit careful. It's a great battle though, third and fourth. Aussie just watching things behind them, seeing what develops, see if he can take advantage of something. For the moment though, all sticking to the guns. Oh, Bailey's gone really wide. That's going to allow Phil. No, he went a little, almost followed him out there, didn't he, Phil? Now Bailey going across the grass, doing a bit of rally driving, but Phil's going to go surely around the outside. He does. Going to be on the inside then now for the next left-hander. The final right hand. Aussie also goes past, so Bailey's lost a couple of spots there, back to 5th place. Just couldn't get that going again after going off. Slowed him right down, although Aussie's not had a good exit there, and Bailey's going to take that 4th place again, and he does, so just slots in behind. Back into 5th as Aussie. There's all this little fighting going on. It's allowing Smokey time to join the party. Slowpoke's not that far off as well, but these boys are still pretty close. Tough corner this one, that right hand around there. Really does tend to want to drag you out to the left hand barrier, but you've got to be a little bit cautious as you go around there. Not too cautious, of course. How's our leader doing? He's okay. Aaron's, well, kind of sticking with him. These two are putting away though, look at that gap. So it's these two at the moment then who's heading up the field. Phil slowly getting away from Bailey. In 3rd place there, Bailey 4th. Aaron's trying to get as big a gap between himself and Bailey as possible, but the trouble is there's still only a difference of a handful of points between the positions they're in now if it stays like this, so not really going to make too much difference in the final standings. But we got obviously the remainder of this race, race 2, and obviously race 3 as well coming up, so still points on the table to be had. Smokey, Aussie now under pressure from Slowpoke, who seems to have woke up a little bit here. Now what can Slowpoke do? Can he get himself up against Aussie, take him on, and then maybe attack Smokey ahead of him? Let's have a quick look at his little battle. Well, he's trying. Now where are we on the circuit, coming down to the final corner now, and where is he going to have a go? There's two sort of lines. You can take the tighter line and then just feed it out wide, or you can go a bit wider coming into it and then kind of square it off. So it depends on the driver. Different ways of taking that final corner, if I'm honest. Not too sure what's quickest, if I'm honest. I prefer the wide and square it, but that's the option I like. Oh, and there's a little bit of, yeah, and Aussie had a moment, but that's allowed Slowpoke through. And now Woody is up behind Aussie as well, and he's going to have a go down here at the right-hander. Yep, gets that done. Can he get it stopped though? As I say, it does drag you out to the left. No, he got that done, so nicely through to 7th then. Aussie dropping down to 8th place. Oh, moment from Woody. And now Aussie might take that back then. So 4 cars here in the battle. As I say, it's been a great championship as Aussie takes that low line, quick dab of the brake. Wider from Woody, and an Aussie. Now, what he needs to do is now just cut it back, switch back on the inside, Aussie, just like that. Of course, he's going to be on the outside for this next left-hander, but then switch it again. Try and get yourself on the inside for this next left. No, it didn't quite work. Good racing though from these boys. Potsy in 9th place. On his own a little bit. Then sideways 10th. Biggie 11th, Vex in 12th. 13th, under pressure from Stealth in 13th. Oh, Stealth having a look. Oh, Vex with a lot of grass. Fortunate that swinging around. Oh, and that's a big moment there. And Vex hit the side of Biggie. Let's have another look at that, shall we? He's just come down. There's the grass that he took. In fairness, he didn't gain anything, but it just outbroke himself. Sort of T-bone Biggie a little bit. Lucky that Biggie stayed on the track there actually, but Vex himself lost a spot anyway. So there was no advantage there. Obviously, just has to move on, crack on with that one. So just missed his braking, I think, there. Coming down to the final corner now. Firepower all over the back of Vex as well because of that. Aaron with the fastest lap at 2 minute 0.14. So almost a 2 minute dead almost. Look at this battle ahead of these, Biggie and Stealth. Look at this. Biggie just ahead of him. Stealth though, piling on the pressure. See what's happening. Stealth not close enough, I don't think, to take him on the right hand here. No, but he might have an opportunity if he gets onto the inside now. No, just stayed in his wheel tracks. Stuck behind him, so stays in 11th. Vex in 13th, Firepower 14th, Graham in 15th, Max in 16th. Still both recovering from the off early doors. How's his leaders doing? Well, look, it's closed up for sure. Brisbane, or Aaron, has certainly closed up that gap on Brisbane now, and that's probably courtesy of that fastest lap that he put in. So, nearly 10 minutes in, so nearly 2/3 of the way through, and who's going to win this? That's where we are. See what lines these boys take into this final corner. Yeah, see Aaron, a tighter line. Brisbane, there you go, a lot wider. Not much in that though, was there, really, when they both exited that bend. But it's closing up nicely as we get to the closing stages of this race one. Looks like they've certainly got the feel of the circuit now, these boys already. So should bode quite well for races 2 and 3 as Brisbane kicks up a little bit of dust. That's no problem though, that was just using a bit of curb and a bit more. So we'll come back to them. How are we doing with Phil? Yeah, well, Phil's third still. Bailey's can't really get any closer to Phil at the moment, can he? So as you were there, Bailey, 4th place. Smokey in 5th place, Woody 6th, and then look at that battle, Ozzy and Slowpoke. And as Ozzy got that place back, I think he did actually, didn't he? He was down in 8th, wasn't he? So he's obviously got that place back from Slowpoke. But Slowpoke wants it back again. So, see how these boys settle this. Aaron looks a touch quick around here, doesn't it? Potsy just behind them, doing all he can to try and get onto the back of them. There he goes. Yeah, McLaren certainly looks a bit quicker. Certainly in certain areas anyway, or certain corners, it looks quicker. So we go past the camping area, out there with all the yellow blossom. Hay-Viva City out there. Not sure I'd want to be standing in with all them flowers though, but there you go. Slowpoke still stuck behind Ozzy. Perhaps they can't afford stands at this place. They'll just stand in the field, whatever. So, now really close, look at this. lovely set in this area actually, kind of a wine area in northeastern France. Right on the lake as well. Let's go back to our leaders and see. Oh, Brisbane's made a mistake right on cue. Runs it wide and Aaron's got it. Aaron's gone down the outside and he's got dirty tyres and he's out and then marbles is Brisbane. Let's just have a quick look at that again, shall we? Let's just see. Oh, I just missed it. Let's go back to another flashback here and have a look. So Brisbane it was. As they come round and look, he just got himself wide and nearly clashed into both of them. So they might have taken both out there, but Aaron just missed him and takes the lead. Brisbane then couldn't quite control it, got himself on the marbles, and that was the end of that. So 13 and a half minutes in, and Aaron's taken the lead. Exactly what he needed to do, and exactly what Brisbane didn't want to do. But having said that, going to be champion anyway. But I know he doesn't like being second. He wants to win as Brisbane, as he kicks up more grass. So he's going to be slightly annoyed with himself there. He's going to want that lead back. But it could have come at the wrong time for him with well, into the last minute now, aren't we? So this first race is coming to a close. If I'm honest, at the moment, the NSX does look better around here than what the Jag does. It looks a little bit slidey, doesn't it? The Jag. So it's Aaron in first, Brisbane in second, Phil Maxfield in third. Bailey is catching him. So maybe Bailey on this last burden. Look at the sun, lovely day coming, isn't it? Look, early morning, and the sun's coming out now, so I could win for a cracking weather in the next couple of races. Starting to look very hot, not only outside but in the cars as well. Yeah, Aaron putting away nice gap now, and this is going to be the final lap. I think he's got it. I think Aaron's actually secured victory in race one. Still fighting here for third though, aren't we? Third and fourth. That's certainly not resolved. Oh, Phil he is defending, and what a finish here from Bailey. He wants that podium. He might get it. Oh, just takes the back of Phil. Just backed off a little bit. But he's in prime position. Just needs to stay there. Get him at the final corner if you can. Don't try and take him anywhere silly. We better go back to our leaders and see how this finishes, otherwise we're going to miss them coming across as they come down this final downhill section into the final corner for race victory to Aaron in race one here at Alsace Village. Congratulations, Aaron, winner. Brisbane in second. That'll do for him. Bailey, there we go. There's the pass. No, it's not. Oh, what a finish. I've got to go back to that. Let's have a look at this replay as we was watching the leaders coming over. Bailey was well behind them, but he's thought, well, no, I did say leave it to the last corner, but not quite as bad a lunge as that. But here we go. Look, went for it. Oh, and a little bit, just almost sideswiped Phil, and Phil switched it back, and who's going to get it? Phil did in the end. What a finish from these boys. Oh, what a race. Bailey, unlucky, got fourth in the end. Good still. Oh, and there's an incident here as well. Let's have a look what happened here. It's all happening here at the end, isn't it? Woody was in fifth, Smokey in sixth place. Woody with quite ahead by quite a lot there, wasn't he? But then what happened? Oh, and it was similar, wasn't it? But he did actually knock him right off this time, did Smokey, and Aussie's going to take full advantage of that. And I'll tell you what, there you go. I'll have some of that, said Aussie. Thank you very much indeed. Woody did get that sixth because Smokey waited for Woody, which is the right thing to do. So all happening here, wasn't it? sideways in 8th coming round. And then we've got another battle between Stealth and Vex. Vex running it wide, Stealth gets 9th. Oh, that's all close here at the end. Vex 10th, Potsy in 11th. Slowpoke all the way back to 12th. What happened to him? Biggie 13th, Firepower 14th, Graham 15th, and Max in 16th. What a fantastic race that was all round. Really good. Enjoyed that one. 2 more to come. So join me for them, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.